Today, my friends, I just want to go back to the days when we had the late, great Mr. Kevin Samuels. I want to feature one of his videos again, simply because I want great men to be remembered. And listen, before I started my channel, I did not listen to a lot of Mr. Kevin Samuels' content. My channel came up because I realized that there was something fundamentally wrong with a lot of young men. That was it. I was watching channels from like The Better Bachelor, Rolla Tomasi. Mr. Kevin Samuels had popped up every once in a while, but back then I always thought, his videos are so damn long. I don't want to watch it, right? An hour. Yeah, I'm not going to watch that for an hour. I'm not. So I usually always passed across it until I started my channel and everybody started saying, oh, Mr. Kevin Samuels wannabe, Mr. Kevin Samuels wannabe. And I was like, dude, I just started my channel because I want to try to help young men. That was it. And then I started watching some of his videos and I'm realizing that, okay, man, this guy is good. And that's when I realized that this man knows his shit when it comes to men and life. And you know, I always look back at this guy and I always say, man, this would be a guy that I would love to have had a good conversation with. This is a man that I know that him and I would have become really good friends. So anyway, let's go through one of his videos where he addressed two women, and the discussion just shows you the state of the female brain in today's modern environment. Let's get into it. Subscribe, guys. Hit the like button. And there's a channel out there called Mental Groove that is repurposing his videos and, you know, cleaning them up, etc. So kudos to them as well. So this is where I got this video. All right, let's get into it.
Why do I need to talk about white women?
I mean, I feel like you could talk about all races of women. I mean, I understand that you, in your...
First of all, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel like, you know, I think it'll be better if you talk about other races of women, because I feel like as a black woman, most black women feel like you're targeting us, even though, you know, that's perception. Everybody takes things and looks at things differently. But that's what a lot of people perceive you to be doing, to be targeting black women and down talking them.
Well,
so I'm just suggesting. You can't cut me off.
Oh no! First of all, yes, I actually can.
Okay, you can.
Oh yeah! No!
You're not going to do
This is not my.
You're not going to overtalk me.
Kick rocks. Kick rocks. I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Well, I don't know where you think that plays.
And this just shows you how disrespectful young women are. And it seems to be getting progressively worse, because I watch some of my teenagers' friends walk into my house and they say, hello, Paul. Back in my day, you would never address a father by his first name. It would always be preceded by a Mr. or Sir. In today's environment, it's hello, Paul. How are you, Paul? And it still makes me cringe a bit, but then I have to realize that, oh, man, this is just the state of the young generation. This 27-year-old wants to dictate to this man who is twice her age how he should run his show. Yeah, cut her ass off. She don't deserve to be on there. This is the privilege that every woman thinks that she has, to tell a man what he should do on his show. So that one ended really quickly.
And see, that's the point. You don't want anybody to target you. Everyone in this country has had their behavior evaluated. A black woman, and Sister Shahrazad Ali said that back in 1988, 89. So in other words, you'll take all the praise, but you don't want a, why do so many sisters not want a critical examination of the reality? It's coming whether you like it or not. And it's some of the most disingenuous, hypocritical crap I hear of. Why don't you, instead of you saying, why don't you do this? Why don't you just act better? Was there a reason to come on here and do that?
And this is another thing that black women don't understand. Whether the criticism is levied on them directly, it's going to come to them indirectly. So it's better for them to understand what the people are literally saying about them, rather than having the society not say anything to their face, and then they live in this delusion and keep the bad behavior. This is the problem. All Mr. Samuels did is just put the mirror up. This is who you are, ladies. And men have been telling you that for ages. Men have been saying, Hey, this is who you are. There's the mirror. That's not me. That's not me. This is my nails, and I love this, and I'm sexy, and I'm good, and my hair is and I love it, and I don't care about what you say. Cool. Stay single. Stay childless. Stay a baby mama. Stay your ratchet behavior. Marlene and Maria, Filipinos, Asian, Spanish girls, white women. Hey, they'll do just fine. Black men are not racist. We will take whatever choices we can get. Whoever gives us the most attention and whoever loves us the most, we'll go in that direction. So what happens? Black women end up without their men. Women just don't get it. They don't understand that, hey, I'm already the majority in between the two genders. There are more women than there are men, simply because most men die off quicker than women. Most men do more dangerous jobs. More men than women end up incarcerated. This is for all races, by the way. So there are always more men out of circulation than there are women. Either dead, incarcerated, and men have a deeper urge to be left alone. That's where words like hermit, loner, these are all terms that describe men's behavior when he's had enough with society. He's fine going off by himself. And that's what you guys call MGTOW or MGTOW. Men going their own way. Then, of course, you have passport bros. So this leakage of men in the black community, when you combine all of these different things, it's huge for women because they already start off in a deficit for their own men. And then add to that the men who are already married. And then, of course, you have the men who are ultra successful who marry other races within your own community. So ladies, you don't understand. The pool of men that you have left is very small compared to other races who don't treat their men like you guys do. And the thing is, no other race of men are coming for you. That's what you don't get. For white women, hey, the black men are coming for them. The Asian men are coming for them. The Indian men are coming for them. Asian women, the black men are coming for them. The white, the Indian, and their Asian counterparts are coming for them because they treat them with respect. And all other races of women and cultures have the same issue where their men are treated with more dignity and respect, so their men don't have a problem marrying their own kind. It is only in the black community where the disrespect is at an all-time high, where women are losing out, and then they expect these men to come running back to them. Hell no. That's why black women are the least desired. And you see it played out right here. Let's hear what else Mr. Samuels has to say.
All I asked you was who you are, how old you are, and I let you speak. But to come into my program, my platform, and tell me what I can and cannot do at 27 years old, that's why we talk about who we talk about. Thank you guys for proving the point.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 26.
26. What do you want to discuss today? Which topic?
Well, you just asked, why are you single without blaming a man?
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of wanted to just answer on my point of view as to why I'm single.
Okay.
I would say initially, I feel like we always tend to blame the other person, but being that I've been having time to reflect, I've noticed that I have a codependency, and I feel like the person that I was with, they showed me and told me what they wanted, and they didn't want a relationship. But I stuck around because of my low self-esteem, because of things that I lacked within myself, self-love. So I allowed things that weren't really fulfilling to me or made me happy, or, I basically settled because of the things that I lacked within myself. So that's, so I came to a place where I was like, I was unfair to set expectations on you because I already knew what you wanted. So I'm sorry. And that's pretty much what I said to the person,
Okay.
I for a long time, I was like, you didn't step up. You weren't like, you didn't show me enough affection or enough love. You didn't show me that you wanted me. And it was like, what was wrong with me that I felt like I had to sit there and say, pick me, love me?
How long ago was this relationship?
It's been over now for like 6 months.
Okay. And how long were you guys together?
2 years.
2 or 3?
2.
2. Have you gotten into any counseling or therapy to deal with? Oh.
No.
Okay.
See, this is the thing. A man will waste a woman's time. However, a good man will tell you, listen, I'm not going to be in this for the long run. I'm not going to marry you. A man knows pretty much right up front that this isn't something that I want for the long haul. In other words, I'm not going to marry you. Or I have no desire to get married. I don't see the benefits of marriage. And the woman will think that she could change him. It's not low self-esteem. Every woman thinks that, oh, I'm desirable. I'm going to show him that I am worth having, and he's going to want to marry me. And if the man is of higher value, usually he is, the woman will try to stick it out as long as she can until one day she wakes up and she realizes, shit, I'm hitting 30 and this man is actually following through with what he said he was going to do. He's not going to marry me. Then she's bitter and she's pissed off with the world and she's cursing all men and he's become the enemy. Or thankfully, like this young lady, she woke up and realized, okay, she was the problem. The man was honest with her. But ladies, I'm just warning you, you will get men who will make you hang on. Yeah, girl, you're my baby. You're my baby. Yeah, I'm there for you. One day it's going to happen. One day. And the woman's hanging on there, hanging on. And he has no intentions of getting married to her. That's the worst kind. But this guy was honest. But women just don't want to deal with the fact that a man said, no, I don't want you permanently. Her ego can't handle that. She needs to make sure that she can freaking get him. Women ought to wake up, man.
Why not?
Because I've for a while I've been through a lot of things in my life, and one of the things that has helped me is my spirituality and my relationship with God. So I kind of feel like that's enough for me. But
God made counselors.
Right. So I realized that God made counselors just like he made doctors, and I feel like
this is the thing, right? Mr. Samuel's basically telling her that God is not a relationship expert. He's not. Unless God is sitting down and explaining to her the fundamentals of relationships and how men think, which I doubt is happening. She's just reading her Bible and reading scriptures, and it has nothing to do with relationships, at least not in today's modern environment. I don't want to get biblical on you all, but to me, when women give this excuse, my relationship with God, it's her way of saying, no, I was too lazy to find a counselor, or I didn't see where it was worth it to spend the money on a counselor, or I couldn't afford a counselor or therapist, but I went on a trip, or I went and I bought new makeup, or I bought a new car, but working on myself with a professional, no, I didn't do that. So I might as well just give the excuse that, my relationship with God, I was improving it. It is literally the biggest bullshit excuse. And the problem that saying the word God in America, it's almost like you cannot question it. Because if you do, you're a bad person for questioning her faith. And that's another reason I'm not into the whole religious thing. Because it's literally the biggest way for women and men to escape responsibility. They could just throw it off on the word God. Same thing over here. Same thing. So when are you expected to come? Oh, 2:00, inshallah. Inshallah in Arabic means God's willing. Inshallah, come. Meaning it ain't freaking coming at 2:00. No, it's not coming. Don't expect it to come at 2:00. Don't expect to get it. Inshallah tomorrow. No, it's not coming tomorrow. It's just a way of just saying, if I just say, God willing, it just stops the person asking or probing more, putting some accountability and responsibility back on you. Oh, you don't have to do that. No, inshallah, God willing, it's coming. You just say, oh gosh, okay, thank you. Walk away because it's not going to change anything for you to argue that point.
I do need to tap into, sitting down with someone who, can help me understand more so why I think the way I think. Because I've been through traumatic situations, and I feel like those traumatic situations that I've experienced kind of made me feel like I wasn't worthy of certain things. So for example, you speak a lot about like high value men, right? And I'm a woman, I'm 26, and you know, I own 2 businesses. I'm a founder in one and then a co-founder in the other. So, I mean, it's building up. It's brand new. It's a startup. And I'm not where I feel like I want to be yet. But let's just say.
As far as what?
As far as like income and like my lifestyle, things like that. You know, I want more for myself.
What is life about?
What is life about? Happiness, right? Love? No? What?
People.
Okay.
So I was going to let you talk, and you were going to tell me how you're so busy and this and that, and my business is not where it was, so I don't have time. Life is about people. Have you ever sat down with somebody 80 plus years old in like a retirement community or something like that? One thing they really never talk about is, I wish I made more money, or I wish I'd have worked harder. They talk about the things they regret, and it's usually about relationships.
Yeah, it's true.
So if you know you're self-described codependent and you're not going to counseling, you're just going to throw your codependency into business? Okay, then guess what'll happen? You'll wake up and you'll be smack dab in the danger zone, and you still won't be any better off for the next potential person that you run into. You're just, see, like it or not, women have to get the major parts of their life together earlier. Do you want children?
I do.
Do you have any children?
I do not.
All right. Well, I'm not the creator, but before you need to have your children before age 35, before geriatric pregnancy attaches. And usually most OBGYNs will tell you need to have your children, period, by age 42. That's crazy that we're even talking about that, but it's because so many women are postponing the things that make life worth living: people, family, community.
Do you understand and do you see why this man was vital for the Black community? Vital. Because these are the lessons that women needed from their fathers. She's talking about making money. She's talking about, I'm not where I'm supposed to be when it comes to income. Most women never even reach that point where they're completely satisfied. And they spend most of their early years chasing the bag, ignoring the men. And then what? They end up in their 30s. They made some money, but usually they have spent most of it with the traveling and the bags and the freaking makeup and the BBLs and the Botox and all of that other shit. They don't really invest. They say they have a business, but it's usually a cash business, cash in, cash out, cash in, cash out. Usually it's extensions, or it's some sort of makeup line that they're peddling, Amway or some so-called network marketing business, some real estate, etc. And you always find that these women are constantly working hard but not wealthy. And they will waste that time without a man, without sharing expenses, and then until it gets to a point where it's just freaking ridiculously late to have kids. And that's the reason there's such a low birth rate around the world right now.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When do you think is the right time to move on or build with someone new? I know I need to work on myself more because I have, as you mentioned, like, you know, therapy would be a good thing for me. But at what point do you think would be a good time? Because I'm going to be honest, like, I met someone and I would like to consider them a high value man. And I just feel like, I don't want to say I'm not worthy of it, but how can I?
See? Well, in general, the general benchmark is a third of the time you are with somebody is how long it takes to heal. That's a general benchmark. But there is no scientific formula for it except this. Once you can take accountability for what you were and you really become indifferent about that person. See, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. But you just said what I said earlier. You're 26.
Let's break down what he just said. Indifference. Let's find out what indifference means. In regards to relationships and feelings about someone, how would you interpret the word indifference?
Sure, Paul. Indifference in a relationship basically means not really feeling strongly one way or the other about someone. It's like being emotionally neutral. You're not particularly invested, you're not upset, you're not excited, you're just kind of on the fence and not really moved either way. So it's basically a lack of strong feeling about the person or the relationship.
So, yeah, he's right. Having that feeling that, the ex, if he's there, I don't really care, or it's not that important to me, I can move on. That is true. That is true. Most people with their exes, when they leave a relationship or they get left, because in this case, she wanted the guy for a long-term relationship and he wasn't interested. So there is still some residual attraction there. It's not like there's a feeling of hate or disdain or dislike because she wanted this guy. This guy just didn't want her. So obviously this guy had some value to her. This guy was high value to her. So for those of you who have been left by a guy or left by a woman and you still have those feelings, you're wondering, are you healed enough to move into a new relationship? This is a crucial question that she did ask. So you have to understand that you have to reach that point where I don't really care whether that my ex is there or not. You have to disengage. You have to disconnect before you move into a new relationship. And I mean really disconnect. Do not go into a new relationship with one foot still in the old relationship. Oh, he calls me once a week. No, don't do that. You will screw up the next relationship. It's like trying to step from one rowing boat into a next one. You literally have to get both feet quickly off of the boat that you were on into the next boat, because if you step slowly over to the next boat, the boat that you're getting off of is going to move while you're stepping into the other boat. And then all of a sudden you have the boats that are too far apart, and then you will fall in the water. In other words, you will lose both people. So you jump or literally quickly leap into the other relationship. If you know that you have to get out of that first boat, make the jump really quick and just move on. Otherwise, it's not going to be good for you. That's the best analogy I can come up with.
And most young women, especially most young attractive women, move as if men will never run out. You do realize there's going to come a time very soon that men are going to stop really approaching you like they do.
Yeah, I do.
So if you run into a suitable man right now and you're the unsuitable or unfit one, you can't really sit back at 35 or 40 years old and say you didn't have an opportunity.
Studies have shown that most women have 3 to 5 eligible men that she would have met in her lifetime in order to be a permanent partner. Within her dating lifetime, 3 to 5 men, that's maximum. Most women don't get more than those chances. Just side note.
So I asked what's life about, and it's not about all the stuff you're talking about. That's important, but is that what really makes life worth living?
No, it's not.
How many? Do you have any siblings?
I do.
How many?
Total is 6 of us.
How many children does your mother have?
She has 5.
All from the same man?
No.
How many fathers?
3.
Did she marry any of them?
Yeah, she married one of them.
Was your father was the man she married?
No.
Is she still married?
No.
All right. So arguably you didn't have stable relationship model.
Nope.
But you still did have family of sorts. Where are you at in the birth order?
I'm the 3rd.
Oh, you're like a middle child. Yeah, that starts to make sense. Yeah.
Mr. Samuels always just licks it out of the park. Yeah. This is a woman that has some issues, but she seems pleasant enough. She seems fit. She seems friendly. She's feminine, at least on air. I'm hoping that she have the same personality during her relationships. Despite coming from a dysfunctional family life, she seems eager to want to get into a long-term relationship. So she's obviously don't want to fall into the same pattern that her mother left for her. 3 baby daddies. Yeah. The black community, man, is in shambles. Whew. Anyway, guys, listen, let me know what you think about this particular video. I'm going to start bringing up some of Mr. Samuel's older clips and see if they still relate to today. Because I want to see if anything has actually changed, man. I really don't think so. Nothing has really changed. No, listen, I'm seeing some slight changes in the way women think, right? But the change isn't coming fast enough in order to stop the wave of men saying, yeah, I'm out. Because men are just saying, yeah, I'm not going there. None of these women in the West right now are worth me dealing with. Let me know what you guys think, okay? So my friends, like the video on the way out. Please subscribe and book a session. If you need any help at all, my friends, I'm here for you, all right? Join me this Saturday. Join up to the school. Look in the link in the description. Join school at askanolderman.com. It's free. All of this is free, guys. This is just my way of building a community. And this Saturday, you can join me and my wife. That's the only time she will show up. She will only show up on these school chats. We do 2 hours. 1 hour is not recorded for YouTube, and the second hour is recorded for YouTube. So if you want to come on in the first hour and just have a general chat with me straight up, we always pick one subject and we talk about it. And then the second hour, we pick another subject and we have a discussion for YouTube. So please join us this Saturday. I think it's 10 o'clock New York time. Okay, but the link will be sent to you once you're on the school. You'll see that pinned on the community site. Just click on it and that's it. You're in. Nothing else to it. No tricks, no hidden fees, nothing. Free. Okay, it's just me communicating with the community. All right. So my friends, until tomorrow, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. See you soon. Cheers.